All right, I'm going to demonstrate kind of the sequence to achieve entrance in for pneumoperitoneum and kind of the trocar sequence plus some a couple other things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to anticipate my local. So just depending on the surgeon preference. So I have 0.25% marking, 1 to 200,000. As they hand this back to me, I'm going to anticipate the knife. So some surgeons will do an injection for each incision. Um, and some will do it for all four or all three, depending on what they're doing. Okay, so as they're making this incision, they're handing me the knife back. So the first thing we're going to do is achieve pneumo. So I'm handing a Kelly to extend that incision. Then I'm anticipating a coker to grasp the fascia. And then I'm going to hand her a varus needle, which then we're going to hook up to insufflation for you. So remember, those are just kind of like a lure lock. So once we do that, then we can ask for the gas to be turned on. Once we get to the necessary pressure, then she's going to remove the varus, and then I'm going to hand her a trocar with the stopcock closed. So we're going to kind of do an exchange, kind of putting it to her palm. She's going to insert that in, and then remove the trocar or the obturator. And she's going to connect the gas. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and get my scope ready. That way we can kind of watch the other trocars being inserted. So I would ask for the light to be turned on. I'm going to white balance it, focus it if I need to. Once it's focused in, I'm going to go ahead and put some thread on, and then we're going to insert it into the trocar to kind of watch our other trocars being inserted. So I'm turning my light cord at the 6 o'clock position as I watch the other trocars being placed in. So at this point, then the assistant or whoever the camera holder might be holding the camera, but for this video, I'm going to be holding it. So I'm going to hand the knife to her while she makes the other incision. She hand the knife back to me, put it back in. Then my next trocar is going to be my 12 for my subxiphoid. So I'm going to watch her insert this in. Okay, we're just watching for adhesions, also bowel, things like that. So she's going to take that out. Okay, and then we're going to do our other ones. We're going to say she made the incision for the other one. So I'm going to anticipate our 5 trocars for our assistant ports. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to anticipate our laparoscopic instrument. So for a basic lap chole, our first instrument is going to be 2 Davison Gex. Notice too how I stabilized her trocar when she's inserting in. That's kind of a great thing to do, just to kind of make it a little bit easier for them. Okay. So once we get to the point where we need maybe like our clip applier, things like that, I'm just anticipating the next move. For this, I'm just going to kind of demonstrate how to load an Endo GIA like we're doing a lap appy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the load with the load or the arrow with the arrow. Then I'm going to insert this in. I'm going to turn it. Then I'm going to remove this yellow piece that just kind of pulls down. And then from here, I'm going to shut my tip by closing or pulling my trigger here, which closes my staple load. To open it, I'm pulling back on this, just like that. So I'm always handed up closed with my hand on top. Function. Always kind of stabilizing the trocar for them as they insert it in. And once they take it out and they're done, kind of still the same thing, stabilizing the trocar so it doesn't get removed from the body. Okay. And if I wanted another load, I would unlock it. Okay. And then I'm going to come to the unload button here. I'm going to pull this back towards me, twist it, and then pull off. Okay. And then I can always get another load. Okay. And at this point, we'd be ready for closure. So I would hand up my first stitch. I would ask for the light to be turned off as I put it in, and that's it.